do or does size affects the sexual act, or does that affect the orgasm with how women or men perceive it?
Exactly. That is another big misconception which porn instills in you, that the bigger penis you have, the better satisfaction which you will be able to give a woman, because that is what porn is showing all the time, because that is not the truth. This myth is actually goes way back to Freud, and it is now perpetuated even today by pornography, because Freud was the first person to theorize that there are two kinds of orgasms in women. One is vaginal and the other is clitoral. And he's believed that vaginal is the ideal, because a mature woman should have a vaginal orgasm, and that is where the length of the penis come into play, because which automatically gave currency to the thought that a man with a well-endowed man will be able to satisfy a woman better. But that is not the case, according to science, for the simple reason that the vagina doesn't have any nerve endings. Only the clitoris has. So even if you have, a long, even a 10-inch, penis, you will not be able to satisfy a woman with that alone. You need to understand how to make a woman happy, and that can be possible only if you pay attention to her needs and desires, rather than just by having a well-endowed penis.
I'll tell you one more thing, that all the men out there, hear me out. As you rightly said, and it is true, okay, medically, biologically, size does not matter. But what matters is your foreplay. What comes before the intercourse and what comes after the sex. Both matter. So if the foreplay is not good, you can't arouse the woman enough, even if you have a big son, okay? And she will she can fake it, okay? Whether your size is small or big, she can fake it, because that's the benefit a woman has, but you don't want that, right? So foreplay plays a lot of role, more than your size.
Absolutely.
And foreplay means touching her head to toe, pleasing her, teasing her, fingertips and tongue and licking, sucking, nibbling, bite, crunch. Even the woman, you need to do the same to the man, because a man cannot be just aroused looking at a passive lady and wanting it more and more. You have to be responsible for him to feel that you are enjoying that, even by moaning.
Correct.
And one of the things that I want to also share here is the foreplay is a two-way tango. It's not just the man doing, not just the woman doing either, okay? So you got to be playful, sporty and explorative, because sometimes we become so mundane and monotonous in our sexual activity, predictable, that even women get turned off, not only men.
Why do women fake orgasm?
My other understanding says that in the counseling that I've done with couples, what wives or women usually complain is, first of all, emotional intimacy was not met, so they just do it as an act, spread their legs and get it done with, and Second, of course, tiredness. So they sometimes tired. They're tired. Corporate women working at office, working at home, and then ready to bed, like they just don't want to do anything, just drained, right?
Correct.
Maybe if you go in the morning hour, it would be better. Sometimes we need to have a preferred timing also. Like, are you more rested and relaxed in the morning, or maybe in the middle of the night if you don't mind being teased and explored again? So women fake it even before that. They want to just get done with it. This is also like a duty for them, ultimately.
Correct.
And they don't want to even disappoint their husband. That's another reason. Whether it's a husband or a partner. So they just do it, And next reasons could be like they already live in a very get marriage. They're just doing it, just having to do done with. They sometimes don't take it. They're even just the husband is done with and they're done. The wife being there done.
Correct.
To that point, no, it doesn't matter. So there are certain men who may dominate them in bed. and not want to please the partner. So that already breaks them down sexually.
Correct,
So when
correct,
they are the
correct.
ones who are only giving and not receiving, that is another reason why they then start faking it. So if
Correct,
you
correct.
are just going to be the taker, you got to learn, if you want your woman to really respond to you authentically, pleasurably, you got to give her your ask her what makes you more excited, what makes you attracted to me. You know, even sometimes you've got to play the attraction role. Are you smelling the onion and garlic? Are you
Things need to be taken into account. I
yeah,
completely
the
agree.
hygiene also is to be
Hygiene
taken
is very
care of.
important for physical intimacy.
Is there is an evolutionary past which also has a part to play in why women fake orgasms. If you look at our pre-agricultural hunter-gatherer societies, where human beings evolved 90% of their time, there women especially had multiple mates. It's not the monogamy which we associate today, which is idealized. Okay, so in a society, in a more egalitarian hunter-gatherer societies, where women had multiple partners, faking orgasm was one way in which they could weed out undesirable men by without pissing them off, telling them that, okay, guy, I am enough, I'm done with you, you're fine, next. So it is, a very clever way to tell men that, I know you're okay, your time is up, I'll find someone better. So this is one evolutionary adaptive reason for orgasm, which is just been found by researchers. And also, if the reason why this is true is regarding the multiple mating pattern of the human female in pre-agricultural society, the biggest evidence lies in our own bodies. Like, for instance, the human testicles. Our closest companion in the primate world is bonobos, as Bonobology. Bonobos, they have the closest similarity to humans, not gorillas. And they live in a similar, matriarchal society where there is relatively less violence compared to gorillas. So in a society like that, where the orgasm is essentially was considered to be a way to identify and weed out undesirable men or undesirable male partner, and acquire the best genetic trait for your kid.
Right.
So again, one more thing which we should understand is there is very little research being done because of the trickiness of orgasm. This is not something which you can do a research like the way we do researchers in labs. Even though Masters and Johnson did that in the 50s by wiring people in the lab and studying their sexual response, it was very radical and scandalous even in the 50s, and even now today it is so scandalous. Very few researchers actually explore orgasm or even masturbation in a controlled environment because of the ethicalities involved, the difficulties involved. So all these are there, so whatever little understanding we have of fake orgasm is, as you rightly said, and also a part in evolution. One is women want to, an altruistic impulse on the part of women to tell that, okay, no, I don't want to piss him off, being, fine, you have done your job, and I'll look for someone else better.
I think that also comes from the mentality that women are taught to please.
Correct.
We have to be people pleaser or pleasing our husband. We should satisfy them. It's not necessary to satisfy them. So that programming is probably coming from there.
Now when we talk about BDSM, how open is our Indian society to BDSM, or is it a disorder? Is it considered as a psychiatric disorder? So
it's a very, very, very interesting question, Geetash. The thing is, if you remember a few years ago, the book E.L. James' 50 Shades of Grey, it was entirely on BDSM, and it was an instant bestseller in India. And the book was read mostly by women, and I could see women reading it, on their office commutes every day. So why? Because they are curious. So it's not that it is. You asked me whether it is a disorder. Okay. So the point here to understand is BDSM is something, if I'm going by the latest research from the Journal of Sexual Medicine, it states very clearly that BDSM is a normal and healthy sexual activity. Okay, and one reason why people associate it with disorder is because in DSM-5, it is classified as a disorder because of the sadomasochist, attributes to it. But the point to remember here is, if it is consensual, if BDSM is happening between consensual adults, then it is absolutely normal and healthy.